What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Creating Character Podcast. My name is James Willems, and I'm a person who likes to look for answers to the world in pro wrestling. I realized that this morning. That's what this podcast is. We can answer any question you've got, any question about life, career, love, anything through the lens of professional wrestling. And I'm joined, as always, by my friend and co-host, Scorpio Sky.
The first thing I want to say is this.
Okay.
Well, we got a bleep now. And controlling our censor, our bleep, is always our producer, Eric Bador.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I say, Eric fucking Bador.
Hey, guys, it's good to be back. Look, we had some time off. We talked with Pretty Peter Avalon. That was a great episode.
It was great.
There was a draft. Great episode. There's a lot going on. There was a lot.
Who won
happening.
the draft?
Oh.
This is our first one back. What was the consensus? Who won the draft?
I don't want to say.
I think I did, right?
I think Sky
I think
did.
I won.
I think
listen,
you
I
won
won.
too.
I think that every time we do a draft, I assume I'm going to win. That's how I feel going into it.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Okay.
The problem is the audience doesn't seem to agree every single time. And that is hard for me to sort of like reconcile with because I feel like of the three of us, I'm so tapped into this audience, guys. I'm kind of like, of the three of us, kind of like man of the people. Like I'm not like a coastal elite like you guys. So I'm just sort of like, I'm tapped in, I'm plugged in, and I'm going, hey, here's my pick. And I lost. And
Yeah, you did.
He says tapped in. I say incel.
We'll see. I don't know why.
It's not involuntary, okay?
You know what would be
Yeah.
fun, James, is if we find a topic that we both completely disagree on, and right here on this show, we debate it, and then we let the audience decide who won the
Who's
debate.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be pretty humbling.
that would be
or
fun.
whatever it is. I don't know that there is a topic that I feel so like vehement
There's
about.
something. There's a movie that you hate and I love, or I hate and you love, or there's something. There's
Yeah.
something.
And
We can debate Aunt Viv. I
Yeah.
don't know.
We need to have like one of those Jubilee. You ever see the
That's
Jubilee?
what I'm talking about. Like a little Jubilee type
But
of
it's just a bunch of me's.
surrounded.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
boy.
it's you.
Yeah, I do surrounded. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, if we find it. If someone digs back through our old episodes and they go, well, there was that one time you guys were not on the same page about this, let us know. Because we do the episode, we talk about a bunch of things, and at the end we go,
Yeah.
we do the...
If we took the time to get to know each other originally, we may have something that we disagree on.
Yeah.
That we could call
That's
back on.
your
But we didn't do
fault.
that. It is my
You-
fault.
it's
It is my
your
fault. It is
fault.
what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I got this shirt. This is a new shirt. I got it off Stitch Fix. I wanted to put that over
Okay.
and just
Not a
say
sponsor.
it's not a sponsor, but I like the shirt.
Okay.
It's a cool shirt. It's a little warm
All right.
for spring / heading into summer in LA. But yeah, I like it.
Okay, can I put over my shirt then, too?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm wearing the World Cup away kit for Curaçao.
Oh, wow.
The island
Hell yeah.
that I went to that we talked about on this podcast that Google then scraped to make my entire bio on Google.
Call back. That's like episode 3 or something.
Something like that. Yeah, it was an episode that I talked about visiting my grandfather's homeland and then enjoying it. And then Google said, all right, well, we're going to scrape that episode and that's going to be your entire biography online.
Willemsburg.
Willemstad.
Willemstad. That's what it was.
But my
Willemstad.
friend Corey, my best friend back home in North Carolina, got me this for my birthday.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It looks.
I like
That's
it.
a great looking jersey, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
It's
really
great.
I noticed
It's
that
a
when I came
super
in.
cool looking kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the shoes too. We got some Adidas. What are these?
I don't know.
Not Adidas.
You tell
some
me.
Nikes.
You tell
I'm
me.
an idiot.
The Shoe
they
Fairy
look
visited
like
again.
The Shoe Fairy.
The Shoe
They look
Fairy's
new.
back.
They look new.
So we're gonna have some debuts over the next couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little embarrassed. I've worn these on the show already a few
How
times.
does this keep happening to you?
You just need to find yourself a friend who will come
No
into
deal.
town and he will bring garbage bags wrapped in duct tape that have 6 pairs of shoes that he
Jeez.
doesn't want anymore, that has the same shoe size as you.
Same friend.
Same friend.
Oh, what a good friend. So
Great friend.
are you at a point where you're just inviting him? Like, hey, man, when you coming over again?
I mean, he
When you
comes
coming
into
to
town
visit?
every once in a while, and we always try and hang out. But this time he was like, "By the way, I'm bringing you some shoes," and I was like, "Dude, it's okay."
So
You don't
this
have
is
to worry
from
about
that stash.
This is a
He
new
just has a
stash.
bunch of shoes
New
that he
stash
doesn't
as
wear.
of- yeah,
He's never worn.
a lot of them. And I got 6 He brought 6 pairs of shoes.
Man.
6 pairs of shoes. I've barely gotten to dig through them, but I did notice that 2 are the same pairs.
Just different colors or
No.
exact same?
Exact same.
All right. That's all
And
right.
I don't know. He doesn't remember what his logic
Are they
was.
Airforce Ones?
No.
He didn't go out and buy 2 per?
No, he didn't.
Throw back to
I
what
liked
year?
it.
2000.
Yeah,
what?
what's
I
that
don't know.
from? It
Is
feels
that
like
even
it's a
with a 2
lyrics
in
game.
front? Those look comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
They look almost like you can hike in them. They've got like a cleat type
little bit of a
bottom
tread,
almost.
yeah.
Are they light? Are they heavy? How are they feel?
They're I would say they're between. They're not necessarily light. They're not necessarily. They feel sturdy on my feet, but they're
got
very
traction.
soft. Nice contoured, soft feel to it. So I
interesting.
brought them in so you could read the bones, as it were. Tell me
like 'em.
about them.
I like them.
Yeah.
What's new, y'all?
Well, number one, what's new? You're looking at the winner of the 2026 Royale, MPW's Royal Royale.
Royale.
The Royal Royale, which I think is
Wow.
the best name
That's
for
awesome.
for a match. The way the match works is it's 5 wrestlers enter the ring over the top rope until 1 remains, and then the next group of 5 go out.
Oh,
now
that's
it's
cool.
6.
I actually like that.
I think it was innovated by the horrendous Ray Rosas.
Royal Royale.
The Royal Royale. But yeah, then
So
another
6
5
people
go
start,
out. So yeah,
And once one is remaining
remains.
after throwing them all over the top rope, then the next 6 come out.
I
or
think
5
another
come
group
out?
of 5 come out.
5
Now there's
come out.
6 again. They go over the top rope, and then when there's 1 remaining, then another 5 go out, and when there's 2 remaining, it becomes a 1-fall match.
Damn, we need to steal this.
So
It's a good idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
where did you enter? Like, were you like number 1 and you ran the table?
hell no, Group 3,
Okay.
baby.
Group 3.
Group 3, baby.
Group 3.
Yeah.
I think AEW had a match something similar to that. I don't know if it was over the top rope, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I remember some type of match where groups were coming in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, you're like the diamonds and like all like
Yeah.
the diamond people.
I've been
came
in a bunch of those types of innovative, like experimental matches. We had like the one where Brian Cage debuted. It was like a ladder match at the
Mhm.
second Double or Nothing. I don't even remember what it was like. What the gimmick?
What
was.
you
but it
were
was
going
like
for?
I think it was like a Royal Rumble type ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in the Face of the Revolution one, and then I've been in a lot of those types
That
of matches.
the ring the giant gold
yeah,
ring
the
that
Face
was
of the
hanging up
Revolution,
there
the brass
was
ring.
is huge.
That thing was heavy too.
and it was big.
It was heavy.
When you got up
see
there,
me
you were
trying
like,
to lift it off. I'm like, oh no.
it looked like you were on top of Randy's Donuts.
Shouts
Randy's
out.
Donuts. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only brought that back, what, 2 more times after that? And that was it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you won Royal Royale.
Yep.
What do you think is next for you on the horizon? Like, what's your big plan now?
Yeah, did you get a donut?
Summerfest, I get to challenge for the world championship.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
Oh.
be
you get to be a world
Summer-
champion.
Summerfest, June 12th,
Okay.
Chatsworth. I will be competing against Diego Valens. He calls himself the Handsome Devil. I call himself El Diablo Basura.
I'm going to come
and
cost you the match.
do it. Come do it.
I'm going to tell you I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it.
Everyone will love you because they hate me there.
Yeah.
They hate me. But
like
yeah,
it.
so I'm gonna be competing for the world championship.
good
earn
luck.
my spot.
Good luck. I hope you win.
Yeah, thank
First
you.
championship, maybe?
World
if you win?
championship.
So
Oh
you've,
yeah.
you've won other championships.
No, I haven't won
Okay,
any
just listen to
any
your
titles.
first championship
Yeah.
in general. If you
when
are
I win.
victorious.
When I am victorious.
Win. I like that.
But yeah,
Win. W-I-N and W-E-H-E-N.
W-E.
W-H-I or W-H-E-N and W-I-N.
What?
Win-win.
WYNN, like the casino.
Win-win.
Casino.
Uh-huh.
W-Y-N-N.
Oh, win.
Win-win.
Win. Got it.
Win-win.
WHEN WIN. Win.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Clearly. Obvious.
Spelling is not our...
I'll listen to
As
the-
Muhammad Ali once said, I said I am the greatest. I never said I was the smartest.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. Well, I wanted to also talk about something today. Speaking of crazy gimmick matches,
Yeah.
this past weekend, there's a pretty wild mask versus mask match
Oh, yeah.
that took place in AAA. And I wanted to, did you guys see this match?
Yes,
Did you guys
I
catch
saw
it?
Did you, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
definitely watched
It
it.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I wanted to get some reactions on this because I had a lot of thoughts watching. It's interesting because it's obviously a fantastic match.
Yeah.
And so many people are talking about it. It's the day before I was explaining the story to some friends who aren't aware of it at all. And then I had to literally follow up later that night and go like, oh my God, it was Chad Gable. Even though as I had explained it, I explained it kayfabe. I was like, I was like, yeah, he got injured. And then so the original El Grande.
So here's the thing. Like, I would make one point. Like, obviously, I knew who was under it, and I think most people did.
Did you? How?
Right? So to compliment them, I have to say, how good do you have to be to make people care about a mask versus mask match when they already know what you look like?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I can't think of another time that's ever happened. It probably has, because I feel like every time I'm on this show, I'm like, oh, I don't think this has ever happened. And the comments are like, da, 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 da. I'm like, okay. I can't think of another time this has happened where you already knew who they were, right? But you still cared. But aside from that, aside from knowing who it was, I didn't know the story. And this is what I love about wrestling. This is why I think this was wrestling at its finest. I did not know the story. And between the video package they showed before the match and the match itself with the run-ins and the story they told and everything, by the end of it, I felt like I knew the whole story. I felt like I had been along the ride the entire time, and I felt fulfilled and happy with the finish. That's wrestling at its best.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we try to get a little cute, and it's cool. Callbacks are cool, right? When you drop that little nugget of like, well, if they were watching a year and a half ago, like they'll know this connects to this. All that's cool and all. But I remember someone told me early in my career, like, wrestle every match as if there's someone in the crowd that has never seen you before. And for someone like myself who didn't know the story, who just sat down and watched just the match, and to understand the story completely and be fulfilled by it by the end, I mean, that's wrestling at its finest. They hit every note that they wanted to hit. It was dramatic, and the fans were unbelievable. I think it was in Jalisco.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Shout out to those fans. They were unbelievable. They helped make the match. So good, man.
They were blowing up that arena. It's good. I mean, to your point about the storytelling, it felt like we were watching a Telemundo kind of like soap opera almost with and it seemed intentional, right? Like when his love interest showed up, the villains. Oh no, the villains.
What it reminded me of? It reminded me of when Cody beat Roman.
Okay.
Where it was like this big, like this person comes out, and then this person comes out to save him, and then this person makes an appearance, and like a lot of people will shit on those types of things in matches where like, oh, I want the traditional, just the bell to bell, and two guys get in and one gets out. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I think the more things that make me feel something, the better.
Yeah.
I don't need to see a movie with just two characters the entire time. If you want to bring in other characters, I love that. I'm not going to think you're less than that. I think that it just makes it so much better.
Yeah, I think they did a good job laying groundwork in that match too, because it was a no DQ. So anything goes, right? All that matters is you get pinned in the ring. So when the bad guys' friends show up, you're like, oh, of course. But then the good guys' friends show up, and then they have their own thing. And then but the good guy's too beat up. He can't come back. But then his love interest shows up and she helps. But even that's not enough. It's not until the fans, that whole arena was chanting that he had the energy. I mean, you would write that. Like if you were going to sit down and write a script, you would write how that unfolded.
And then the interview at the end with the bad guy, with Chad Gable, where he does the like, Rocky IV, if I can change and you can change, everyone. I mean, it kind of gave me that vibe, right? Where he said, I took this on and I learned everything there was to know about lucha libre, and he had his family there. So like, you've got this hell of a character, this heel, this bad guy that people are despising, but like, he brought them around to him. He's there with his family. He's got blood just dripping into his eyes, and like, he's like wincing. He can't even really see because the blood's right. I mean, it was an awesome moment, man. I really, really enjoyed one of my favorite matches I've seen in the last few years.
It's great. Some of the things when I first started watching, I had already heard it was great, and I first started watching it, and I was thinking, oh, this not sloppy is the wrong word, but it felt like gritty, like not that they were missing spots, but there were a couple times there's like just dumping him. You know,
Yeah.
like there's that moment where he sets the steps up and he goes for like a reverse angle slam and they both just tumble. And I'm like, ooh, like me watching thinking, oh, you want to make sure things like everyone lands safe. Like, oh, this is gritty. And there's a couple points where it's clear that the call was there's a lot of stuff happening at the end. I'm just going to beat you up.
Yeah, it was, and
You
I
know?
think it was intentional.
Yeah,
it was
20
like,
minutes.
It was supposed to just be physical. Like the flip side of that is, you know, when I was my first few years, you know, you might wrestle a vet and you just completely blow something in a match, right? And you're like, oh yeah, we were all over the place, so we got there, and then the guy's like, oh, it's fine. It looked like a struggle, brother.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it looked like we blew it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was
it
actually
looked like a struggle.
It looked like a struggle.
It looked like a
actually
fight,
looked like a
you know,
struggle.
and he was fighting from below, and it's just kind of messy and weird. And also on a lucha stage where you expect the flips and the thing. There's like, they did like one lucha. He did the one hand grip slap, jumped up the turnbuckle into a blockbuster. That was like the one lucha thing that really happened the whole time.
Yeah.
It was just a slobber knocker.
Yeah.
But it was perfect for the storytelling. It was so good. Yeah.
Eric, what'd you think?
I really liked it. I think that it has everything that I like in wrestling, and ultimately, I think my favorite thing about it is the happenstance. If there's so many if this then this things that led to it, that like if Rey Mysterio hadn't been injured on this day, then Chad Gable wouldn't have had to be in this match, and then this wouldn't have happened, and he wouldn't have lost to every luchador, and then he wouldn't have debuted this gimmick, and if this happened, he wouldn't have gotten injured to have a new Grande Americano who took the gimmick in a totally different way because of his love of Mexico and just became a totally split thing. And in that time of Gable's injury, having Grande Americano become the fixture for like Mexico, and then it all leads to like this happenstance of him coming back in the mask versus mask match. It's so crazy, and I think that it was probably a lot of people's first times watching something that was in Mexico, that Lucha Apuestas kind of like so much is on the line here, but it's really cool to see the Grande Americano, like good guy Grande Americano, having all of these moments leading up to it where it was him going to these crowds, like kind of promoting the show, and they're serenading him and chanting, I think they were chanting Grande Hermano Eres Mexicano, and they were just saying like, hey, you're Mexican, and he's like crying because it means so much to him to like be on the stage. And then the match just tore the roof off. They gave everything in that, and I'm with you where it's great to have two guys tell the story where it's just the two guys. But why not introduce those other characters if you can get something, especially in a no DQ match, to elevate. And you're right about things getting too cute. Sometimes things get drawn out a little bit too much. You lose like that heat. You lose the moment that everyone wants to see. But man, this felt timed really well. It was a space that like really catered to both of these guys in that moment. And it felt so huge. And man, what a match they had. Awesome, bloody, brutal match that was so cool. And I'm just really happy that I got to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those ones where you go, man, so much could have happened where this just does not occur, or it loses the heat, or someone gets injured and something else has to happen. I'm just so happy it happened. Thrilling. It was really everything I like about professional wrestling. It's so cool.
It also feels like sometimes with especially big stories like this, big stories that Eric said accurately are somewhat accidental, you know, that there's so much gas. They're getting so much out of it that they never want to come off the gas. And so they never pay it off. And there's so easily another universe, probably most of the other universes, where that match doesn't finish the way we want it to. Yeah. With one of them taking their masks off and just be like, all right, it's done. It's done. And it keeps going, and it goes a month, a week too long.
Yeah.
Like, this was the exact right time And it's crazy to think how it had to be adapted. And I think it's a testament to wrestling. I can't think of any other medium that could tell a story like this.
Yeah.
You're not going to be making a sitcom or something or a TV show and on Lost and then, Hurley twisted his ankle, so we got to write him off the show for a little bit. But then we bring back original Hurley. It just doesn't happen that often. And so, yeah, it's just a testament to the uniqueness of the storytelling of professional wrestling. And when you trust the audience and you trust your performers, I can only imagine the countless producers that were also wrangling this whole thing, but just trusting that, like, it's okay. We'll find another thing. People are going to keep loving this guy and we'll find another thing. Also, I want to say Chad Gable, it is carved out of stone. I don't understand.
Incredible.
We were
Insane.
so lucky to have one Kurt Angle, and I'm sure he's tired of being thrown into the Kurt Angle comparison, but it's impossible not to.
How can you?
But how do we have two? It seems like impossible luck.
He has a lifelong addiction to being an elite athlete.
It's crazy.
To look like he is, to perform the way he is. You can look at him, the way he moves. You can see, it's like, oh, this guy is an elite athlete.
Yeah.
He's not out there just kind of throwing his body into stuff and that sort of thing. And his background and everything. Yeah, incredible, man.
Yeah. Especially because for the longest time I was like, oh, well, it's not just Chad Gable. El Grande Americano is also in great shape too.
Right.
But now realizing that the whole time it was the same guy, you're like, oh my God.
Right?
Incredible.
Like, oh my gosh.
Taking the
It
mask
is just
comes
him.
off and reveals quite a few things.
Speaking of the mask coming off, you actually know something about this also. Like, wrestling with and without a mask. I don't know if, there are people who don't know that you used to wrestle with a mask.
Yeah.
Sky. And you lost that mask, but what are those differences? Like, what is it like knowing you're going to have that mindset of, like, I am no longer going to be a masked guy, or I'm going to lose this thing now as part of this story? Like, what is the mindset with that?
Well, there's a whole story to it, and I'll try to make it quick. But so I started training under more so a lucha libre style. That's how I started. The wrestling school I came out of was the Revolution Pro Rudo's Dojo. Almost every wrestler in Revolution Pro, this is a Southern California Revolution Pro, not the one in the UK. They all wore masks, guys like Excalibur, guys like Super Dragon. There were non-masked wrestlers like Disco Machine and Mr. Excitement and these guys. But when I was getting ready to have my first match, my trainer said, why don't we start you with a mask? And then in a few years from now, you can lose it. And I was like, okay, cool. So came up with a really cool mask design, very unique. A few people have stolen it since then. But I really enjoyed it, actually. Like, it was cool coming up with the outfits and that sort of thing. I think I had a really cool outfit. And at the time, I was in a tag team with my partner, Quicksilver, the Aerial Express. We both wore masks. And I was getting to a point where I was ready to have it taken off. And what really got me was I went to Osaka Pro Wrestling in Osaka, Japan, and I was wrestling. And when we were trained and that sort of things, obviously I wasn't wearing a mask. And at one point before the show, a couple of the top guys there pulled me aside and they told me, please, no more mask. And I was like, what? And they were like, they basically were telling me, like, you work great without the mask. You have good facial expressions. You look good. Don't wear the mask anymore. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. And so that was probably a year prior. So then moving on to the next part of this long story. I was in a feud. Quicksilver and I were feuding with Chris Bosh and Scott Lost over the PWG tag team titles. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me to lose my mask. But we had to come up with a way for me to lose it without losing it, because if I lose it, that means he has to lose it too, Quicksilver. So this was the idea I came up with. We'll have a masks versus titles match, which will be the blow off to our feud. We will win the match, but before that, Quicksilver will get injured and have to be taken to the back. So we win the match. We can't lose we don't lose our masks, but then they jump me after the match and they rip my mask off anyway. So that was the idea. And the idea of it was because I wanted to respect tradition of, like, normally you lose your mask, you're maskless. And so that's why I kind of technically wanted to not lose it. So I still had the ability to use it. And the original idea was I'll wrestle without a mask, and then when I have a big match and I want to like take it up a notch, I would go back to the mask. The best way I would describe it to today's standards would be like when Finn Balor becomes the demon. Back then, that was my thinking of like, oh, when I really want to like ratchet things up, I'll come back in the mask for big matches. Never ended up doing it, but that was the idea. And that match to this day, I think, is one of the best matches I've ever had. We blew the absolute roof off the place. The crowd was nuts for everything we did. Quicksilver got taken out. He gets taken in the back. I get hit with a move. Big move, boom, 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 kick out. They beat me up. Another big move, kick out. Beat me up. Another big move, kick out. Eventually, I get the win. It's a big moment. Similar, they had ripped my mask already. And then, so they handed me the championship belt, one of them. And then when Scott lost, was going to hand me his championship belt. Instead, he hit me with it, busted me open. Still have the scar. I was gushing blood. I mean, at one point I roll over on my stomach and it's like a fountain. It's shooting out of my head. And then they take my mask off. And that led to a big feud between Scott Lost and I. So it was really, really cool. And like to honor the tradition of everything, like a mask match is a huge, huge deal. And someone taking off your mask it's like the ultimate disgrace, you know? So I thought it was really cool, and I was really happy to be a part of it. And it was only the first 2 years of my career where I wore a mask, but I'm glad I did it, and I value that time.
It's almost any form of performance, people will tell you that do it, that even it's not real. When someone goes to do Shakespeare, they know it's not real.
Right.
But it only really works if you believe it is.
Absolutely.
And so those things like the rules about the masks, to someone who might be on the outside, it seems really silly. But the only reason it will work on you, the audience, is if you hold it in such high regard. And so I mean, this is testament to like what you were saying. If you have to take it seriously. You know,
make it mean something.
Make it mean something.
Yeah.
It has to mean something to you. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it's not going to mean anything to the audience.
Right. And I wasn't as extreme as some people.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't showing up to the building in the car with my mask. Like I knew guys that would they'd pull over a block from the building and then put their masks on and then drive up. I wasn't that extreme about it, but I did try to always have my mask on if I was around fans and that sort of thing. I'm sure they probably knew who I was because there just weren't that many black wrestlers on the shows at the time. I mean, there just was. There's only a few. There's like me and Human Tornado, and you could look and you're like, all right, well, which one is Scorpio Sky? Probably the one that's not Human Tornado, right? So, like, you know, it's but yeah, that's but yeah, you try to honor the tradition. I think fans really respect when you do it as well.
Yeah.
I looked it up. That was the SoCal Uncensored Southern California Match of the Year, 2005.
Of course it was.
It was an awesome match, and I remember I was there when it happened.
No way.
Oh yeah.
You were
I was
there?
at the show.
Holy.
Yeah.
So you can testify to how crazy the crowd was.
You were bleeding fucking crazy style.
Yeah.
It was nuts. The amount, because it was like, wow, what a moment. Because I think you beat him. It was just like a schoolboy. It was just like a roll up that you beat him with.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like, holy shit, this happened. Handing the title, especially with like Bosh, like handing you like the title, like oh my god, like Chris Bosh is going like, you beat us. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then Scott Lost hitting you was like, oh my god. Blood, just geyser, and then the mask off. And I remember I was there with my friend Brian, and then we had like a little section of friends and everything, and we just went, yeah, we've never seen his face before. Like we like legit had never. So like, you know, if you're keeping away from the fans, I went to shows all through like 04, 05, like in that time, and I'd never seen you.
Damn,
ever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool to hear. Yeah, Scott still has the mask. He has it in one of his rooms, I think, on like, you know, those styrofoam heads. He's got the ripped mask on the head.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Do you remember a voice from the crowd shouting, "Kill him"?
It was me, baby.
I don't remember that.
I yelled, I was in the crowd, and I said, in 20 years, we'll do a podcast.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Do you have by chance the name of that show?
It was crazily enough, it's from July 9th, 2005, second annual PWG Bicentennial Birthday Extravaganza, night 1.
Okay, so it was an anniversary show.
Yep.
If anyone is curious, go watch that. It was really, really, really good match. I believe Frankie Kazarian and AJ Styles was the main event that went on right after us. So that's a good one there.
Probably.
Yeah, really good. Go check that out. That was night 1. And we won the tag titles, and then Quicksilver forfeited the tag team championships the next night because I disappeared to Africa for a few months after that.
All right.
And so that was the story.
Right.
And
how was that trip?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
I talk all about it at the first Bola when I come out.
Okay.
Cut a promo. And when I was riding around, and all the kids out there were coming up to me, and they're saying Scorpio Bumaye. They wanted me to go get revenge on Scott Lost. They were saying Scorpio Bumaye.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went. Everywhere.
Was that that was the first Bola when you came back?
Oh,
I was there. I was there.
Story. I should tell this story. Chris
Yeah,
Bosh.
tell it.
So Chris, no, I can't. Never mind. Come
on.
I can't do it.
Then you have to tell us off camera, because if it's a Chris Bosh story, I gotta hear it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll tell you off camera. Yeah, it's nothing cancel worthy. It's just really funny, but I don't want to bring it up because
you don't want to offer it for free.
It involves a legend.
Okay.
Oh, now we're talking. Oh man. What?
Oh man.
Like, dude, those Bola shows, like PWG at that time, that's like my era of PWG, when it was like you guys at like the beginning, like the first couple of years. And it was such a weird smattering of the best, like, independent professional wrestlers. It would be like Chris Daniels and AJ Styles and Jack Evans and like all this crazy shit. And the opener would be so awesome because it would be like Hook Bomberry and Top Gun Talwar. And I'm like, dude.
Hook Bomb. Like, did we told his retirement story, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay, so the Chris Bosh story, I thought about it for a second. I think I'm going to tell it.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm comfortable. So Chris Bosh was in Bola. He actually wins Bola, and he beats AJ Styles in the finals of Bola. And so Chris Bosh was a diehard Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. And so me and Ronan and Quicksilver were all like, Chris, like this is your King of the Ring. Like, you got to do the Austin 316 promo at the end. All of us were like, yeah, we're edging him on. He's like, all right, I'll do it. Like, you got to do it, man. It's going to be so awesome. Because the fans knew he liked Stone Cold.
Yeah,
like, when he would do Austin type stuff, they'd pop for it. So we were like, yeah, you got to do it. We got to do it. We didn't know that AJ was, like, really religious.
Okay.
So Chris, we're watching in the back. We're all excited. So Chris wins the match. He grabs the microphone. He starts cutting his promo. He's all, you come out here and you thump your Bible. And where did it get you? You talk about your John 3:16. Microphone right out of his hands. And AJ starts ripping him a new one.
Oh, no.
He is ripping it. He's like, don't you ever open your mouth about my sweet Jesus. And we're in the back. We're like, oh, God, what did we do? He is ripping it. We thought AJ was going to kill him.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to kill him. We literally thought he was going to kill him. We were like, oh, God, this. And it was awkward.
Yeah.
It's like the fans were all like hype at first, like, you know, because he won. It was a big win, you know. It's a big show, great match. And then it was like, it just got weird after. We were like, damn, we really set him up and we didn't even know. Oh, man.
What was the fallout? Was there any fallout from it, or was it just
I think it was just you know, I don't think there was any fallout. I think they were cool after.
He was just like, you
yeah.
try to work me that way. I'm not going to let you work me that way.
I don't know. I think just you can't do that.
All right,
you can't do that.
You got to check the religious affiliation of.
But hey, man, AJ is not a guy I would want to piss off.
No, yeah.
For one, he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
And he, like, to quote Eddie Murphy from, I think it was Raw, he said, he don't look like he can't fight, right?
Yeah.
Like, he looked like he would whip somebody's ass.
He looks like he's the kind of guy who would beat the hell out of you and then tattoo the date of beating you up on his ribs. You're like, damn it. Every time I see him, I got to remember that time he
Every
beat
time
my
I
ass.
see you, I'm going to beat you up. Anyways.
Wow.
We're almost ready to get out of here, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. Dude. We
I had
went,
one
like,
last
that's like
question for
35
Eric.
minutes.
Okay.
What's for me?
For Eric, you for a while were making lucha masks. That was like a thing you were doing.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you guys right now because I can't show it.
Okay.
Made something not for you guys, but I will text you these images.
Interesting.
I just finished one, and it is. I'll just send you a quick picture. But I just finished one. I'm not showing it yet. I'll show it later this month probably. But I have been working on this one for a while.
Okay.
And I feel really good about the stitching. Again, the up close part is really hard because you see all like the stitches.
Yeah.
And you go, uh-oh. But when you have like some distance and you look at it and everything, I'm super happy with it.
Cool.
I
man.
like what I chose and what I did for it or
Nice.
whatever. I'll tell you off mic or whatever what this is all about. But it's something I'm very excited about. That it's just a thing I decided I wanted to learn how to do. So I just bought a bunch from the swap meet and took them apart and found a thing on YouTube called Closet Champion that taught me how to do it. And I
cool.
I bought a sewing machine. I started doing it during COVID. And
That's dope, man. I
That's
love
fun.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you?
It's,
I was admiring the construction of the masks in the El Grande match. It's not only because they looked great, but because there were some points early on where you're like, oh, I can't actually see their features underneath. And then also to be able to be ripped open, but then fall back, like ripped open and be like, oh my God, it's gonna come off. His whole head's exposed. And then for it to like kind of like flop back so that way they could still have a match without it hanging down over their face was pretty.
The structure is so hard and getting it to fit the right head is so hard and all this
yeah.
stuff. But man, like when you nail it and you've got like the stitching down and you know doing like the bits and like pieces to it or whatever, it's like, oh, this looks fucking cool. Like this looks really
That's
sick.
something I don't miss is ordering a mask and it not working out. And then, I
yeah.
got to wrestle in this. Oh, no.
Oh, it's way too tight. Oh, the eyes are like this. Like
Yeah.
when stuff is off on a mask, you're like, oh, I didn't realize how much my senses
My
really
second
matter.
mask with my actual Scorpio Sky mask, or my second match with my Scorpio Sky mask, I can't talk. So my Scorpio Sky mask, it had a scorpion's tail that would go all the way down the back. And my second match wearing it, I did something and it got caught and it just ripped.
Oh no.
And so like I wrestled, like it still had the base fabric of the mask was intact, so it was just the design top that just ripped and it was just like hanging and flopping around. And I was like, well, this isn't gonna work. So then we had to come up with different ways to like tie the tail down going forward to make sure I still have that mask. I actually got it stitched and fixed because I wore it a couple times. As a matter of fact, I want to say Rising Sun, shout out, rest in peace. I think his like sister may have fixed it for us.
Oh, cool.
And then I was able to keep wrestling in that one because I couldn't afford to buy a new mask yet.
No,
Like,
no,
I think I
no,
spent like
no, no.
$200 on my first set of Scorpio Sky gear, which was like a mask and a top and wrist gauntlets and pants and kick pads and all this stuff. And like that was a lot for me at the time. So I couldn't afford anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Big time.
shout out. I mean, a good mask is very, very important.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough to make, but James, I'll make you one. We can cover up that pretty face.
If you want to make
Finally.
me one, I'll figure out how to. I'll do something with
Incorporate
it. I
it.
think it'd
There
be
you go.
fun. I
There you
mean,
go.
some sort of
We'll make it
mockery
happen.
I
We'll
could
figure it
make of the entertainment industry. Yeah. No, yeah. Make me one with wings on the side.
I want to ask you guys. I got a couple this or that's, but I want to save most of them.
Okay.
The thing I think I want to ask you. We'll see how much you get into it or whatever. Would you rather jump off the Titantron like Shane O'Mac style, or would you rather be thrown off the Hell in a Cell like Mick Foley?
Oh, gosh.
Titantron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane.
Yeah, Shane had
when
a
he get, you
softer
mean when he gets
landing, right?
when he gets hit with the kendo stick, and then he just goes like, oh.
I'm
like,
not
lets
afraid of
himself
heights,
go.
but I'm afraid of falling from them.
Yeah, I don't want to do either,
So-
but it was clear that there was a larger landing platform for
Yeah.
Shane to fall from a higher spot,
sure.
which I would rather do the safe. That's like what they teach you is like the safety fall
You
is like that. Whoa.
You ever see that? You ever see that meme online where it's like it's Shane McMahon from the Taker match or the Hell in a Cell, where he's just up on the top of the set, and it's the real tall set because they're big now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
jumps
yeah.
off, and it's like stairs were created in 1856.
Yes, yeah, oh,
and it was
yes.
like people before
Yeah.
1856.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
That's I'm bringing that up so I don't have to answer because I don't want to do either one.
I'll do Shane O'Mac. Having the Undertaker be like, "Good luck,"
Yeah, I think I do
and
the
then
Shane
like barely touching the edge of a table,
Yeah.
which is your only break fault.
Just one
No.
little table down
No,
there.
thank you.
Oh man.
I'd rather I'd rather be like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'd rather
Whoa!
I'd rather do the Shane one. I'd rather do the Shane one
Yeah,
too.
still both crazy. I don't want to
crazy.
do either of them.
Both
to be
crazy,
clear,
yeah.
But I would rather do that one.
Yeah.
Here's my last one because we got to get out of here.
Okay.
Would you rather take a chop from friend of the show Paul White, or would you rather take the Ric Flair knife edge chop?
Oh, Ric Flair.
Oh, Ric Flair, bro.
Yeah, Ric Flair.
Yep.
He's
They're
gonna
both gonna hurt, but man,
yeah,
to be chopped by Ric Flair, give
that'd
me
be
that.
great. It's a big thing. Number one. Two, you're gonna take probably like 20, 25 in the whole match, right? Like he's gonna chop the hell out of me, which is
Yeah.
means each individual
Big Show's
chop
probably
is
only giving you 3 or 4 though.
but they're gonna. I'm gonna have that print for days.
yeah, you're right.
3 or 4 means he's gonna make them count.
Yeah,
25, at some point the wrist is gonna get tired. You know, I'm just
I
gonna.
don't know if it will.
I don't think so.
Ain't
But
got
also,
tired yet.
but then the legacy of taking a chop and
Yeah.
you know the woo, everyone wooing at me would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, his hands are just so big. You just can't.
I
like,
think
you have to
Flair's
pick the
hands
Ric
are
Flair
probably
one.
big too, though.
You think so?
I think
Probably.
they're both
He's a big
probably-
guy, right?
They come from an era where those dudes were just they had
Yeah.
big, thick
Workman
hands.
hands.
And, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Not like us.
yeah.
You
Not
You
like
just need
us.
to play NBA 2K
We got like
or whatever.
yeah, we have video game hands. They
Yeah.
had like wood chopping hands
Yeah.
back then, you know, chopping down trees hands. We're like playing with a little controller. Like,
Too big. I can't move my
we're
sticks.
just like in our phones and stuff, and then
Well,
yeah.
we're out of time. We got to get out of here. This was a fun one. I think talking about all that stuff, the mask stuff, I think was super interesting. I think
Yeah.
this was a really good episode. If you want more, you can follow us on Instagram at Creating Character Pod. You can watch this episode on YouTube. You can also listen on Spotify and wherever else you get podcasts. But next week, you're probably going to want to check out the YouTube version because we have something special in store that we're going to want to try. I think talking through it's going to be really good, but you're going to want to see it to believe it. I'm excited for next week's episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chill.
Thank you so much, as always, for watching and listening. If you want to find out more about me, if you want to know how you can support me in Summerfest, June 12th, Chatsworth, California, follow me on Instagram, James.Willems Sky.
Follow me on Instagram at Scorpio Sky and check me out on July 7th, Long Beach, California, Thunder Studios, only wrestlers. It is the first date that I have announced that I'm doing some indies. There will be more. That's the first one. Check it out.
Awesome.
Damn, that's cool. Was that July 17th?
July 7th.
July 7th.
Tuesday,
July
July 7th. Only wrestlers. I almost said fans.
Yeah.
That was, that was
Uh-oh.
close.
My
Uh-oh.
OnlyFans dropping
Hey.
July 7th, brother. No, July
basically,
7th.
Well, you can
Only
catch
wrestlers.
me at Eric Bador everywhere. You can also catch me. I think was that sometime in July, James, when you're going to be out in Austin.
Yes. July 15th, Eric and I are going to be doing a live show.
That's right.
29th Street Ballroom. I'm bringing my trivia comedy live show to Austin, Texas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Eric is one of my panelists, along with other, if you are a fan of Rooster
Wednesday,
Teeth.
July 15th.
Wednesday, July 15th. If you're a fan of Rooster Teeth, we're going to have some other Rooster Teeth people you may know. Barbara Dunkelman, Blaine Gibson, Jeff Ramsey, Eric, Elise Willems, and Jessica Vasami are going to be on the show, but it's going to be a blast. We've done one in San Francisco, we've done one in New York, and we've done it in LA a bunch of times. So every single time people seem to enjoy themselves. So please get your tickets for that and come out and see Eric and I. Maybe he'll make a mask for you. Eric?
Ooh, maybe, probably not.
Oh, okay.
But I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, bye everybody.